take a moment and introduce your Thrive Tribe. Noel Ramos, investment coach from Atlanta, Georgia. Sabrina Protic, author and life coach from Tampa Bay, Florida. Stacy Pesaw, life coach from Palm Harbor, Florida. Gina Marie Casano, transformational coach from Bayville, New York. Dr. Lita J. Harris, gynecologist from Corona, California. Whitney Hartford, social media influencer from Miami, Florida. Genesis Haycrick, workflow coach from Sarasota, Florida. Brianna Johnson, financial coach from Chicago, Illinois. Sylvia Camacho, financial coach from La Habra, California. Let's get ready to be empowered, and here's your Thrive Tribe. Thriving Women Talk is powered by the Trendsetters Mentor Group. Exclusive membership or mentorship on Facebook.
Miss Genesis.
Thank you for tuning in to season 2 of Thriving Women Talk. My name is Genesis Haycrick, streaming live from Sarasota, Florida with the Thrive Tribe. Woo woo! Our mission each week is to engage with our co-hosts and empower guests on enlightening topics to encourage our viewers to thrive, not just survive, to become their best version. The Thriving Women Network had the honor of recognizing Black History Month by sharing stories of past and present men and women that have dedicated their lives in service to others. And we want to say thank you to all that participated. Co-host Gina Casano could not make the entire show today due to a house flooding, but we're happy that she could pop in here for a couple of minutes today. Gina, what happened?
Well, it's been a week. Thanks for letting me pop in. Yesterday afternoon, everything seemed fine, and there was some cleaning going on here, and all of a sudden, anything that I had opened up the faucets and doing the dishes or cleaning the back, like everything, the water wasn't draining, it backed up everywhere. Flooded the back end of the the house, the first floor of the house, seeping through to the cellar. And so between that and this morning, they were here ripping up my backyard and coming in and out of the house. And it's just been, it's been a day. But what I will tell you is that one of the things that I learned through trials and tribulations and stuff comes up in life is that, you know, it could be a catastrophe. And it felt like at the moment as my house is flooding yesterday. And it could also be okay. And so like I was just able to reach out and get support and stay calm in a situation that, all right, initially I wasn't calm. I will say it took me probably a good 15 minutes to be calm. But the resiliency that I learned through coaching and support and really making sure that staying grounded and self-care has been instrumental in me overcoming things like this. And last week I couldn't be here at all because an aunt suddenly passed away, and that was really hard, and spending time with my mom and, you know, supporting her. So it's been a little challenging the last couple weeks, but I feel like I'm able to do it with a smile. And it's not always easy, but it shapes the rest of my day. Like it doesn't have to be a catastrophe and traumatic experience for the weeks and the days. So I just wanted to share that with you. So I'm wearing my Thriving Women hat because I am thriving through challenge.
I was going to comment on your hat. So she's here in mind, body, and spirit. She dug that hat out. So we appreciate you showing up even during a catastrophe. Right, Genesis?
Absolutely. We're so thrilled that you were willing to come in and be a part of the show, even just, you know, for a short period of time, and showing your support and dedication to who we are and what we stand for. So thank you so much, Gina. And we're really happy that you're taking the opportunity to do some of that self-care, because when you lose a loved one or you have outside circumstances, start to take control, and we need to reevaluate and reflect and just kind of ask ourselves, what do we need right now? So we're happy that you are doing that for yourself.
Thank you. And one of the things I just want to show you quick is that I look at every day, it's this motivational block, right? And so this week and last week, this is what I'm looking at.
What does that say, Gina? What does it say?
Says, you got
You
this.
got this.
Like, it's okay, you got this. And then there's like good vibes only. And then there's do what you love.
I love that.
Happy, depending on what's going on. So this week and last week, it's you got this. I got it. Make sure you have a supportive environment. Thank you so much. I'm going to go and clean up the house. And I will see you guys. Have a great show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gina.
Bye.
Thank you. So we have an interesting topic that we're going to be covering today. March is National Credit Education Month, which means there is no better time to educate yourself and others on the importance of understanding the ins and outs of your credit score. Did you know that 1 in 5 Americans find errors on their credit reports, and that more than 90% of home and auto insurers use credit ratings to decide who to cover and what premiums to charge? It's always so important to know these fascinating facts that can really make a huge impact with the way that we make decisions. There are some reasons why we should actively monitor our credit score, as well as educate ourselves on how to manage our credit. While it can be a complex topic, there are some key concepts we should understand, and there is no shortage of resources we can turn to for help this month. So a lot of us have experienced this, whether it be from a loved one or a personal story, and we're going to really dive deep into that and get some clarity on how we can get help if we need it. And on the show today, we will explore the resources and businesses that provide education and services to improve our credit. We all know that credit is an indication of our financial trustworthiness, and having good credit means our history of payments, employment, and salary make us a good candidate for personal loans, but also for business loans like commercial and rehab real estate, small business loans, credit lines, and buying and leasing autos. For this reason, Thriving Women Network wants our viewers to be aware of the tools that are available to evaluate, monitor, and improve our credit worthiness. Sabrina, why do you think that this topic is so important, especially due to the unemployment rate and the coronavirus pandemic?
Well, it's important because credit is at the center of everything, Genesis, and people are finding now they don't have that access to ready cash, that they got to fall back on credit. And some of, when we were cash rich, when life was good and, money was liquid, that maybe not have been a priority for a lot of people, but now credit is really important. It's always been important, but with the pandemic, credit is equally important now, because let's just say you can't pay your phone bill or you need a delay. Do you know they'll go look at your method of payment and how you've been paying before they will allow you an extension or a grace period? And oftentimes, even when you're trying to secure, things such as car insurance or even life insurance or other things, they check your credit score. Yeah. So credit, I've seen that firsthand, that, because of my credit score many, 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 many years ago, I was denied something that I took for granted. So it's very important to be aware of your credit score. It's very important to manage that, take control of it, and not allow it to go by the wayside, because you are going to need it. These are the times that we're finding that people need their credit.
Absolutely.
Genesis, I'd also like to, talk about credit. We have a credit expert that we're going to bring in to talk to today. And so we have invited Eamon Nickerson. He is the founder and CEO of MBE Financial, an industry-leading restoration firm. MBE removes negative, inaccurate, and erroneous items from your credit file using the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is in the United States federal government legislation. enacted to promote the accuracy and fairness and privacy, which is important, of the consumer information contained in the files of the Consumer Reporting Agency. We'd like to welcome you, Eamon. How are you this morning?
Doing good. Thanks for having me. Good morning, ladies.
Thank you. Well, he's dressed for success today. He's got that shirt and tie on. I mean, that they call it dress for success, but he's got, when you're dealing with people's credit and you're dealing with something that's sensitive and private, you want to have that trust factor because that really matters.
Sure.
Now, Eamon, you were young when you started a partnership with 72 Developments in 2004, when the real estate bubble first burst, and you actually lost everything. You faced foreclosures, and also your credit history was destroyed, and you felt hopeless. Eamon hired a financial consultant to help, and you actually took control of what you had left. This is when you turned a person that you could typically trust implicitly, who was yourself. I think we had a conversation prior to the show, and you said you were your first client. So you took this upon yourself and you studied every aspect of credit, and you learned about the rights under the Fair Debt Collection Credit Practices Act and the Fair Credit Reporting Act. These are important acts. We need to know them because he stands by these principles and laws. And you actually challenge credit bureaus to validate their credit reporting practices. And since then, over 80% of them could not be. You won. You won, and your name was cleared and your credit was restored. Eamon, you used this knowledge to begin MBE with its Fair Credit Reporting Service that allows clients to go from desperation to liberation. I like that. And financial empowerment. And we know that women, Thriving Women Talk, we're about empowerment. So today is financial empowerment. So we're looking forward to hearing more from you, Eamon. And Brianna will join us, and she's going to have some business partners that are in the credit education space. And why is that important? That topic important? Well, because March is History Month on credit. So let's talk to Brianna.
Yes. Well, happy March, and of course, happy Women's History Month. I absolutely love this month because I feel as women, we have evolved so much throughout time, right? So what better time than to celebrate